Zach? It's Sunday, March 16th. In English class, I've been reading this book called Wuthering Heights. It's about two families in the late 1700s. There are lots of characters in this book, and just about all of them, with the exception of a few, you realize, oh, well, doing this one action, I know would make them happy. And then the character proceeds to go and do another action that you obviously know would make them unhappy. If you happen to be reading this book, and you aren't to a certain, through about the middle of the book, and you don't want to know what happens, well, I'm about to tell you what happens. Throughout the whole book, there's this love triangle going on between this girl, Catherine, and two men. One is named Heathcliff, and the other is Edgar Linton. Heathcliff was brought to Wuthering Heights and kind of adopted into Catherine's family by her father. Edgar Linton is this guy at Thrushcross Grange, which is, I guess, just a neighboring kind of estate out in the country where they are. Anyway, they've got this love triangle, and you can see in the book that Catherine obviously loves Heathcliff. You can see, okay, if they stayed together forever, they'd be really happy. But instead, Catherine doesn't stay with Heathcliff. She meets this guy, Edgar Linton. She kind of likes him. In fact, they get married. They really do like each other. Heathcliff was angry when Catherine married Edgar Linton, and he left for about 3 years. Now, Edgar Linton and Catherine are married, and they live a happy life through those 3 years. Then Heathcliff comes back, and Catherine is in love with Heathcliff again. And she can't stop obsessing over him. And eventually this starts to kill her, because she has this obsession with Heathcliff, but she's with Edgar Linton, and she's not happy. So she's on her deathbed. She's dying just about, and Heathcliff is by her side. Edgar Linton is not there at the moment, but Catherine is indeed dying, and Heathcliff says this: "You teach me now how cruel you've been. Cruel and false. Why did you despise me? Why did you betray your own heart, Cathy? I have not one word of comfort. You deserve this. You have killed yourself. Yes, you may kiss me and cry and wring out my kisses and tears. They'll blight you. They'll damn you. You loved me. Then what right did you have to leave me? What right? Answer me. For the poor fancy you felt for Linton? Because misery and degradation and death and nothing that God or Satan could inflict would have parted us. You, of your own will, did it. I have not broken your heart. You have broken it. And in breaking it, you have broken mine." Reading this book and judging all these characters for doing things like this, it makes me kind of think and question myself. What have I done that, I would have been happier hadn't I done it? And maybe did I do it knowing that I wouldn't be happy? I don't know. Maybe you can expand my thinking on this, because I don't get it. Why would you do one thing when another thing would make you so much happier? I don't get the motivation. So, I don't know. That's what I've been thinking about lately. I don't know if any of it makes sense, but do with it what you will. Have a great week, and don't forget to be awesome.